Hello everyone! Wrathion the Diplomat is put on the task of seeking out potential allies to aid with the defense of the World Tree of Mirdasil. Not only a good opportunity to add some powerful forces to our units, but also one in which the former Black Prince tries to bring Vyranoth closer to our cause. She has switched sides when Fyrak lost sight of their goals, and while she's been able to sit down with Alexstrasza and speak the way towards peace, a real bond with the Veldraken Accords, it's not yet a thing. She's not exactly interested in helping right away either, but Wrathion knows how to play the game. Thought that perhaps you would be interested in meeting flights of dragons that were never part of the aspects and their broods. Of course Vyranoth would be, and the first step is talking to Prince Mordenaku of the Netherwing Dragons. They're a brood of outlands which Sibelian spoke of, and once they were actually part of the Black Dragon Flight. A story which takes us back to the second invasion of the Orcish Horde on Azeroth. That's when he entered an allegiance with Deathwing. He would offer the support of his flight. In exchange, they would move his Black Dragon Axe to their home world of Draenor. Draenor, or Outlands as we call it today. The transformation caused by the magical energies of the Twisting Nether blasted across the world, infusing their axe and turning them into Netherwing dragons. Of course, beings of such unique power and talent are often sought out by those with ill intent. Mordenaku's mother was captured by the Dragonmaw clan. Sinfaria used their axe in her experiments of creating Twilight Dragons. Even acts of kindness ended up in disaster. All in all, life so far has not exactly been easy for the Netherwings, but perhaps all of that can change. Endangering themselves for a world not their own is a heavy thing to ask though, and Vyranoth steps in. Wrathion has told me of your Outlands, a harsh place. Your flight would benefit from safer spaces. You are true dragons. The Isle is a home for every flight. The Veldraken Accord accepted me, though I was an enemy. They will accept you. Your flight will flourish here. Words are wind, as they say. But Vyranoth's able to make some progress, and not just her words are doing the trick. They also remember our kindness from way back when. Let's see if we can hook them up with a new place to live, safety for their axe, and wings outstretched in welcome. As we walk away, Vyranoth's character starts to shine through. Prince Mordenaku apologizes if the whelps are bothering her. They know very little of anything other than Outlands. But they're not bothersome, not to her anyways. Not at all, they're just curious little children. And that's the frozen heart at her core. She has always had a great love for the future of dragonkind. That's where her position in the War of the Scaleborn comes from, where once she was on the sidelines, despite her own loneliness and misery as the world around her it transformed. She then decided to side with the Primalists when they uncovered what Alexstrasza and the others had done to their axe.
But the eggs, Alexstrasza. You did nothing while your masters warped our children, still in the shell. That abhorrent act should never have happened.
The cave we had in mind is now filled up with spiders, which is totally not the fault of Nel Dormi, Mischief Maker. No way they put them here to see if they could make the biggest spider cave ever in existence. Of course not, they would never. So we clean up the mess here, and then we go have a little chat with Mother Alien to make sure the Netherwing axe and whelplings will be properly taken care of. Then it's off to the inn in Veldraken to celebrate a job well done and the allegiance of the Netherwings. The similarities of being morphed in their shells, it sets up a bit of a bond between the two princes. And Mordenaku hears that Khadgar is in the city. The old mage is such a legend that tales of his time in Shefref reached even their draconic ears. They should have a chat. And what is this that he hears about Illidan Stormrage? Taking somebody out of the Outland period and into our timeline, it must be quite a shock, considering all that's happened in between. Tales for later though, as we have another group of dragons to recruit, the Fournier of Stormheim. Vyranoth seems to be quite invested in their future. The air around her is significantly cooler. Although she appears to be calm, it's clear that something has deeply upset her. Wrathion told her about how Keeper Odin uplifted another flight of dragons to be his personal chauffeurs, lackeys and lapdogs. There's also the bit about insisting the dragons did not deserve to defend the world. And the part about selling his eye for forbidden knowledge, and that whole subjecting an adopted child to an eternity of torment to suit his needs moment, as well as abandoning his duties as Prime Designate. But those affronts don't seem to disturb her quite as much as the treatment that the storm dragons have received. Some have wondered how it's possible that Wrathion knows all of this, but gathering intel has always been part of his plans. Have units hidden in the shadows report back to him, so it's not impossible that he managed to collect all of this information. For those unaware, Odin was not down with Keeper Tyr and the others empowering the dragon aspects, believing they were unworthy to help them defend the world. His fellow keepers did not listen to their prime designate, so Odin had his apparently adopted child Helya lift a piece of Ulduar into the sky. The Halls of Valor were created, where he would forge his mighty Valajar. Only thing he needed was the spirits of the fallen Vrykul to infuse those into the immortal bodies. Giving up his eye gave him knowledge from the Shadowlands, but it also gave his eye to the jailer. No matter to the Keeper though, he now knew how to create Valkyr, capable of guiding souls of worthy Vrykul to his halls, but also be cursed to live as phantom beings for all eternity. No Vrykul was willing to volunteer to become a Valkyr, were willing to volunteer for this grim task, and so Odin decided that he would create his servants by force. That was a step too far for Helya, and their argument became so heated that the two nearly came to blows. In the end, Helya warned that she would return the halls to Ulduar if Odin did not change his mind. Her disobedience was a threat in his eyes, not just to his plans, but to the future safety of Azeroth itself. Odin shattered her physical form, twisted her spirit into the first of the Valkyr, compelled to obey his will. Under his command, she set out to transform unwilling Vrykul into more of the cursed Valkyr, put to work on forging his army. Over generations, their culture would not know about this origin story, and it would be considered a great honor to become a Valkyr or join Odin in his halls. And it is honor that binds the Fornir as well. We have heard the call to the Isles, but Odin has forbidden us to go. The problems of dragons are nothing to him, and as we serve him, we must honor our pledge and follow his judgments. Less honorable storm drakes have broken ties and left, but my brood and I have remained here. Truth be told, I would go if I were allowed, but I am bound to remain here. First, he opposes dragonkind. Then he enslaves them, denying them their birthrights. How dare he? How dare an interloper such as that creature believe that he's allowed to compel blind obedience from a dragon? How dare he keep these dragons from their birthrights? Vyranoth will not stand for this. Time to pay a little visit to these so-called Halls of Valor. It will be enlightening for everyone. Our reply is different depending on who we are. Like warriors, you have a connection to Odin through your Order Hall and Legion. In my case, I said, you have no idea how long I've been waiting to punch Odin in the face.
The Halls of Valor host some of Odin's most trusted allies.
Allies? Enforcers and slaves, more likely. Come, whelps. We shall confront this guardian Himdall.
I expect this will be interesting.
Child of storms, you need not be slave to your rider. Rise and be free.
I will be the judge now.
Normally, Heimdall would summon dragons to deep breath across the bridge, but Vyranoth's passionate words has him stand all by himself.
Do not let the gates fall.
Thorinir, you need not heed this construct's call. Odin believed dragons unworthy protectors unless they were bound by his command. You are worthy in your own right.
A battle well fought. The path forward is open.
Dragon, prepare to face my wrath.
Stay your hand, Valkyr. This is a matter between my kind and your master.
Honor compels me to stop you, dragon.
Then you have more honor than Odin. The same honor that the Thorinir hold. They remain here, though they are called to a greater cause. Protecting Azeroth. Stand aside, Aegir. This matter does not involve you.
Shield maidens, stand down! May your battle prove worthy, dragon.
And yours as well, should you ever choose that path. Your arrogant keeper has not treated his servants with respect or truth.
When I told you of Odin, I didn't expect such an explosive response.
A likely story, whelp. You knew I would not abide such hypocrisy.
Well,
Own it, and just be glad I have not eaten everyone here. I am being diplomatic.
Ah, Odin! We'd like to have a word with you. Several, actually.
Most impressive. I never thought I would meet anyone who could match the Valajar's strength.
Save your words, Keeper. Are you really too cowardly to face us yourself?
Impudent whelp! You dare insult the ruler of the Valajar? Face me, then!
Coward. Hypocrite. Liar! You come to this world and demand its children bow to you? You dare? You claimed dragons were not fit to protect Azeroth. Yet you bound them as your servants. You call them born of gods and claim ownership of their greatness. The Thorin'yir were and are great without you. Their honor keeps them bound here, but you have never earned it.
Don't forget that we faced off against Odin and his Valajar before. Greatly outmatched them as well. Notice how the old keeper likes to pretend otherwise. Never thought he would meet anyone who could meet his Valajar's strength.
Enough of this foolishness!
I agree. Dragons of the Storm. You are true dragons, not constructs beholden to an unworthy keeper. You are free to choose your own path. If you wish it, there is a home for you on the Dragon Isles. Join your kin and claim your birthright.
The Thorin'yir are free and will stand with us in the defense of Mirdasil and Azeroth as a whole. That part of the story is already up on the channel in case you're curious. And I'm curious if this Keeper story is going to do anything going forwards. We now have Keeper Tyr return to us. How does he look upon the choices of the Prime Designates? And how is that going to fit into the future of Azeroth? A lot of the things that the Keepers have done, they have done in the name of keeping Azeroth safe, doing the best for Azeroth. But is that truly what they've been doing, or is there something else at play? Time is going to tell, I suppose. I'm curious where they're going to take this. But for now, thank you very much for watching, everyone. Subscribe if you like my videos. And until next time, see ya!